Welcome back. Now, in between the parts, I've been informed the accessory I'm looking for is in the Blacklight District in one of the shops. So it's like, well, let's head there first.
Let's get going.
Let's get going and do the rounds there, everyone.
I don't think I've seen you before.
Really? I don't mind. We'll get you first because you're wondering about. Before I came here, I used to think the Blacklight District was the absolute rock bottom in Edith. Just a terrible place. But it turns out there's something deeper and darker out there. But living down here has changed my outlook. It's abrasive. Weird. Definitely. But you know, it's kind of comfy. I can take on clients at my own pace. I don't have to worry about the cops. Life here is good. In its own weird way. You just need street smarts down here. You gotta make sure you don't get tangled up with the wrong people. But hey, I can deal with that. Well, I'd like your outlook, I guess. My herbs get pretty good reviews. I promise you'll have a good time. Just take them in moderation, of course. And be careful who you do business with. Plenty of bad actors here in Edith who'll sell you dirty stuff. It can get you in real trouble. For a while, I remember was trafficking these shady steroids. Guys say it's real good when you take it, but it wrecks you in the long run. I'd steer clear of that stuff if I were you. Good advice, good advice.
What will it be?
Steer clear. Steer clear. We already got that.
I'll be seeing
Just
you.
double checking all the shops now as a result. Yes. Word on the street is the big A's finally cooling off. No, they're not. It's been about 2 weeks since they were last around, which is just alarming to me. Maybe they're finally pulling out of Edith for good, and good riddance, I say. I could finally get back to business with them gone. I just remembered. There were these gangsters who came up to my shop a while ago. Oh no. Looking for some strange antique. Hindsight says they might have been working for A. Makes you wonder who's been pulling the strings behind all this. Even I can't say for certain. Uh-oh, what are they looking for?
Oh, I've got some fine wares for sale.
That's a classic coin, we'll get that at least. Try and get one of everything, you know? One of everything. That could be worth getting a few things here. If there's anything where I can, like, say, attack 3 there, for instance, if I could get that, because I don't currently have one, that would be worth doing, I feel. But anything where it's a case of, no, I've got it, I'm just going to avoid it. They're like, this is the thing I'm after, isn't it? Where am I looking? Where's the one I want? Because it's yeah, the bunny strap is the one I'm missing there, so I can get that crit AEV and evasion at the same time, because that's quite good. So do definitely want to look out for that.
Best come again soon. Best come again soon.
This guy, Morgan. Today I mosey on up to Altair for a little business negotiating. I've got to set the stage just right. That means triple checking my schedule, arranging gifts and favors, the whole 9 arch. Maybe I should include little notes too. New Year's is almost here. I'm sure they'll appreciate the goodwill. He sounds perfectly polite and thoughtful, but I don't want to even think about what he'd put on those notes. Yeah, I feel sorry for the poor schmucks he's working with. Oh!
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Some ride boats. Ride boats.
We await your
Very
next
well.
visit.
Very well. Huh? Who are you, lady? I've never seen you before. Lady? Are you talking about me? No, I'm a guy. Really? You're so pretty. I thought you were a lady. That's okay. Hey, will you hug me and pick me up, please? Sorry, I'll have to pass. This place just gets weirder and weirder. think this kid would have learned to be more careful around strangers. He's really taken a liking to you, hasn't he? That's so sweet. There's Dingo over there. Mr. Dingo knows so many cool stories. I want to be just like him when I grow up. I'm going to travel all over the world and meet a ton of people. And I'm going to give everybody big old hugs. Aw, he's adorable. Door. This road seems to lead to the outside, but the door before it is locked tight. Wonder where that leads.
Let's talk if you've got a minute.
Damn, not a peep from your channels, huh? Well, that's pretty surprising. Sorry about that. All I can tell you is that it's not coming from Mesledom. I don't know what specifically you're trying to dig up, but you're gonna try and find some other informants yourself. You'd better be careful. Hi! Oh, hey there, Spriggan. Hey, Van. Didn't know you guys were down here. Doing a little onboarding for your latest hire, looks like? Kinda. Though he's just a temp. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Brad. My name is Katra Silesian. I've heard plenty about you from my colleagues. From what I gather, you've lent your talents to both the Institute of Science and the Verne Company on several occasions. Yeah, I exchange intel from their inside scoops every now and then. I scratch their back and they scratch mine. So wait, you're the kid that Hamilton... Is something the matter? You know what's going on, don't you, Dingo? What's up? Got word from the grapevine about him? No, not exactly. It just reminded me of an old scoop I'd forgotten about. At any rate, I'd heard you pulled your own weight out there in Basel. That's really impressive for a kid your age. If you couldn't already hang with Van and his ragtag bunch, you'll do just fine at the Solutions office. Thank you, of course. I'll pour my all into my work here. I'd heard he was handsome, but seeing him in person is really something else. I can see why Mr. Arkwright and Miss Amy place their trust in him. I think you're perfectly handsome too, Van. It's alright, Agnes. You don't have to try and pity this poor, ugly old geezer. He's just too far gone. How about you, though? Out investigating something? I know you ran out on your date with your little gal pal. Oh, you ran into Marielle, did you? Yeah, I had to scram. Although I did recommend she hit the bathhouse, so her time out wasn't a total wash. What's up? Sounded like you had more to say. Is everything okay? Sorry, just lost in thought. I'm following a lead in the moment. Nothing solid yet, but yeah. I might actually have to hit you up later if that's okay. Might know a thing or two about it. Ooh. Fine with me. You know my door's always open for you. Having a guy like you in my line of work is a real cheat code. I'll always lend you a hand. Agreed. Please don't hesitate to come talk to us, especially now that we have extra hands to help. Thanks. I'll let you guys know if I end up needing outside help on it.
Indeed.
Indeed. I was a Northern Jaeger in another life. That's the only reason I have any connections at all. But I'm done with that business now. I only hear the occasional whisper from my friends in those circles. That's still valuable intel regardless, and it's good that you're sharing it. I try to do the same with my info so that we all benefit. Which I appreciate. You don't try to leech off of me like some other men do. At any rate, there's no going back to where I came from. This is my home. I gotta just find a way to hack it down here. I heard her mention the Northern Jaegers. That must mean she's Northumbrian. That place is still real poor for obvious reasons. Salt! They finally broke off from Erebonia last year, but they ain't exactly had it easy since then. I feel like they would probably have stayed with Erebonia. Just from that fact of the salt scenario. You know, just being like, okay, we need the support. Once that's resolved, then we'll see about breaking off. But maybe there was some other deal going on or something like that. I don't know. Maybe there's like a treaty of sorts, being like, yep, we're free, but you still support us. Like, yeah. Maybe. My hands are too dirty after all these years. A gal like me doesn't belong on the surface. And I couldn't go back to the Northern Jaegers even if I wanted to. They all broke up. Just gotta lie low and make it work down here. I can't just think for myself anymore anyway. Gotta take care of Yota too.
Don't take too long to just come back soon.
Not to change the subject, but it sounds like Buzz Raider beat you guys to the punch the other day. Oh, the thing with Judith Lanster, yeah, that they did. Our editor gave me an earful about it. But well, they beat us fair and square, nothing I can do about it. Now we just wait and see if their report actually holds water. You said it. She's a ditz with capital double D's, oh dear. But I just don't see her pulling some midnight tryst for a dope like him. Yeah, she was up to something else, clearly. I can see him doing it though, the horn dog. You got that right. I imagine the truth is somewhere in the middle, and we'll happen upon it soon enough. If there's anything this job's taught me, it's that the truth tends to show itself right when you least expect it. You might be onto something there. That's just your intuition talking. What are you keeping secrets again? Like with that Kitty case back in the spring. You knew what was up and you still kept your mouth shut. I haven't forgotten that, you know? Oh, let go of that already. I just didn't want to interject myself into the whole debacle. Nothing more to it. Huh? Is it just me or does Van seem to loosen up around him? They talk to each other like they're brothers. Indeed, I don't believe I've ever seen Mr. Arkwright act in such a manner. Rather a change of pace. Oh, it's quite a change of pace. I believe Mr. Kincaid is older than him too. He might be the youngest in his old friend group. But I guess he's close enough to Dingo that they talk more like brothers. Oh dear. Anyway, I've got a jet. I have some investigative work to wrap up this evening. You know, you guys have really been making waves of all the work you're doing. Just don't burn yourselves out, okay? Same to you, pal. Work ain't everything, yeah? Change in tone.
Hey, mister, how about some reading material?
Some books. If my maths is right, then the warrant they have out for me should expire after 3 years. It's been 2 years since the stabbing, so just a little more time and then I can leave. Leave and live a life full of love again. I'd really love to go up to a cafe on the surface and enjoy a nice drink. Soon I finally can. I just have to be patient and hang in there a little longer. What? There's so many scaredy people down here, and none of the shops here are all that trendy. It stinks, really stinks. But I have to be patient. I can do this. I'm so close. I can taste the freedom. The freedom to love whoever I want, however I want.
What'll you have today?
Oh, okay. RF bikers, yay. Okay.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Oh dear. Alright, so a good gift for Hermes. Okay.
Thanks, Arkwright.
No problem. Very well. Alright. Where else are we going? Still not seen that bunny strap that I'm after. Still got places to check though, haven't we? Still got places. And to think it's been 8 years since I pretty much washed up here. Time really flies, doesn't it? I broke my back getting this far, but now I've got all this to show for it. I can count on my harem to get the job done. They're what keep me around. Yeah, I can't bring myself to retire from this business when I've still got all of them. Hey. And how could I ever forget Tracy? That man lives for his job. I could trust him with just about anything. He's reeled in some fine customers in his time, and that motivates me to keep this place spick and span so they all walk away satisfied. Well, hey there. Come on and have some fun. Just don't get too naughty, alright? Okay. In a previous life of mine, I used to sell all kinds of stuff. Money was good, job was easy, and nothing felt better than swindling whatever poor bastard walked into my shop. I've been on something of a hiatus from all that, but I'd just love to get back into the swing of things given the chance. Well, I'll be damned, Spriggan. Word on the streets that you folks tossed with Almarta's crew out in Basel. Don't you play coy with me. You got the underworld talking. Heard even Marduk had to get their hands dirty. Hope you realize what kind of hornet's nest you've gone and shook. If you ain't careful, you'll have a one-way ticket to an early grave.
What'll it come again?
Oh, indeed.
I like it. Come on, step right up and see what I've got.
Okay. Let me tell you, our girls here have the best hips you've ever seen, guaranteed. Would kind of make sense that we get the bunny strap here, though, when you think about it. We'll see. They know how to buck and twist them just right. And the sounds that they make with those silky smooth voices of theirs, Now, doesn't that just sound steamy? Come on in and take a look. I did buy a steamer recently. Just get the crinkles out of my shirt. We're always happy to give you a little taste of what our girls can do. I don't think it's the same kind of steam either.
What do you think?
There it is.
Fantastic stuff, right?
There it is. We'll get 2 of them. I don't want to equip it. I should get that. And that.
Can't wait to see you again.
There we go. So thank you for that tip down in the comments as to where I could get that. So now we can go get that sorted. Much appreciated, much appreciated. Right. I don't want to talk to you. I want to do the shop. Okay, what was it? Rare items? No.
Best coming. I've got some
It's the
fine
trade
wares
one,
for sale.
yeah. That's probably the best way of doing it. So what is it? I need the mochette strap
Best
now.
come again soon.
But it's a case of I just need to unequip that. Sipith Mass, okay. So who actually has it equipped? Perida. Remove, there we go. Where can I get another mochette strap?
I've got some fine wares.
So it is
for
that case
sale.
of now I'd like to get 2 of these. So now I need to get the cat strap, the moshi strap, the mochette strap. Where can I get them? Obviously I found them before. So, you know, have to keep an eye out for those. Anything cat related or... Well, it's mochette, so I imagine where we get 2 of them is from Longport, but we can't go there anymore. Where's that? Is it Hermes? We need Hermes, don't we, ready to get some of these, I feel. But if you know where I can get any of the others, just here, let me know. Let me know.
Best come again soon.
Okay, so where are we looking here? Equipment. So, where are you? So there's my bunny strap. So there's the 20%. So you're up to 70% evasion there. So when we boost, where are we? Where am I looking for what I want? It is the core, isn't it, that I'm after? I'm just trying to. There we are. So for 46, I really don't need 70. Really, do I? So it's that case of like, what can I get rid of? Because that's the important bit here. Because now I can get rid of that other one. Maybe change up some other stuff. So what was it again? So that's something like completely forgotten already. How much I got? It was 46, right? So 46. So I need 54. Because we're always going to boost with you. So you can change up stuff here now. Could be good. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Does that really matter? No. Okay, we've still got some evasion here. It's just a question like, what other stats do we want to get? Because it's like, Because it might be worth going with the accessory, it being the one we changed. The crit rate up seems good. I like the idea of that, to be honest. That's a good balance. So we got the 56, which is, you know, close enough to what we want. So we got the 56 plus the 46. So we go over 100 on evasion when we boost. So that's good. So now we need to see about Van's, really, because obviously his core. There, we got the 66. So we just need 34. And obviously we got more there, so it's that question of if we do the same again and get that equipment that we just put on Ferida with Van, we can get rid of something else. Well, do we actually have evasion anywhere? Like, we can get rid of that, for instance. Like, if we just change the green metal out. Or, I mean, we only... Like, based on everything there, we just get a bit more evasion there. Like, therefore, like, if we just equip the bunny strap... Put the bunny strap there, and then get rid of that. But then the question is, like, how far do we take that down? I mean, we need other equipment elsewhere for that to really work, I feel. But the idea is there. So I think it's a good idea equipping the bunny strap on him now. Because it's like, yeah, we're at 40% there. Combine it with the hollow core. Takes us to 106%. So it's like, if we can then get a new armor piece, like, that has more stats and doesn't have the evasion, then we've still got 100% evasion when we boost, but we'll have more stats elsewhere. That's what I want to look at now, armor. So do you have any armor?
Best come again. I've got some fun. Best come again.
Any
I've got some
trading?
fine wares for sale.
No.
Best come again soon.
It'll be our lovely friend here, Morgan, would have anything,
Thank you for
wouldn't he?
coming.
I mean, that actually takes my evasion up, which is not exactly what I'm after.
We await your next visit.
Yeah, I'm trying to increase the strength with Van, if anything, there. We'll keep an eye out, though. We'll keep an eye out. Like, we can change that out now. But
Seriously?
it's kind of a case of we don't need anything else with Van in that regard, do we? Like, let's what's? Because I'm only focused on the evasion with this, so it's like, hold on. Because if I get the leopard strap, it's still worth getting because the crit goes up as well. That's the thing. Are we actually maxed out with the hollow core, though? No. So we could actually get another level on that, and that's actually going to take us up further with the evasion. And then we can see about getting rid of anything else. We're probably fine with how we are for now, and see what happens when we get to 5 stars with Mare Grey. Yeah, we'll see what happens at that point if we want to change up that accessory. Anyway,
Gorgeous. What?
you know what's great about the Blacklight District? The sun never rises on this place. It's always nighttime down here, and that makes it party time? So sit that butt down and drink until you drop. And you're not the only one who's invited. All of you should stay here and have some fun. Take it from me. You'll be glad you did.
All my stuff is to dine. See you later, handsome.
That's a point as well. We did get some more items here. Jumbo Frank.
I am stuffed. Love me a sugar rush.
I have now tried frozen grapes, in case you're wondering. So I hadn't tried them before, and now I have. Not that impressed. It's kind of like I'd sooner have chilled grapes rather than frozen grapes. Like it almost like it destroys the flavor. Just, you know, kind of disappointing. Wait, was that it? Are we done? For real? No, we got down here, haven't we? For real?
Strange posse you're running.
Oh, hello. What's good? Are you okay? Those Armata bastards, they hit our hideout and nailed our top brass. Doc, you've got to come see them. They're on the outskirts of town, real deep shit here. Outskirts? So he's not inside Edith proper. I could do house calls, but they don't come cheap. I want $1 million up front per person. And then, let's say $3 million for each treatment. Does that sound good to you boys? What? You want $4 million a person? You trying to bankrupt us, you money-grubbing bitch? If you don't want to pay, fine, and there are plenty of other doctors out there you can turn to instead. Take it or leave it, boys. This is an awfully tense place to be. You can cut the tension with a knife, or don't. Yeah, those mafia goons are always trouble. Just look the other way and move along, move along. I get those sorts of clients all the time lately, though still not as much as before. Ever since Armata rose up the food chain, I've had their victims lining up for blocks outside my door. Can't help but wonder how much my services are really needed, though. Really, I'm just some black market quack who's fallen from grace.
They're all specially made.
Oh, are they? Oh. Well...
Always be careful when and how much you use.
Did we do down here? Yes, we did do you. I remember, yes. Right then, now we'll head over to the Satan District, and we'll actually go to the boutique area.
Time to depart.
We'll go pick up the 4SPG first.
Welcome to Erland, sir.
Although I want to check if there's any new costumes or anything, you know. Right, so, shop.
We have full confidence in our products.
Let's see, just not as good, man. It's not as good. Do you have anything like the cat one or anything? Like, no. There's Catcher's Green here, which is why we're here.
We await your next visit.
Do you? So now we can have a gander at Catcher's costumes. So, swimsuit with top. Sort of remind me of Wazzy. It was blue sort of thing, you know. School uniform. I know, I prefer that, to be honest. Yeah. Attachments. What's the sweet Rhonda? Oh my god. Pay no attention to the flying sweets. Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's have a look at you with green hair though. I mean, that's probably what they're going for. So if you go like that, it's like it's again, if it was blue, the costume, Wazzy. This is what they're going for there. You could just tell. But I'm gonna just check something because I'm curious because I feel it'll be funny. Like hat and sunglasses. It's stupid, and I'm gonna see if it appears in scenes when we do the 4SPG. I'm just curious. Floating sweets around him. Like, you guys seen this, right? There's floating sweets everywhere. It's like, no, Van, we can't see any sweets. Like, they're all around me, floating. That's beautiful.
All right.
Looks like we got a 4SPG. Orbal Net Fraud. I've run into something of an annoying problem concerning Orbal Net users. I'd like to consult someone who's familiar with the subject. I'll be waiting near the main street in the Satan District, Oslo. Even on that bit, it's just floating about. No more scent, which means we're done with inspecting bulletin boards for today. Today's quota has been met, but if we've got the time, we should finish the other job too. Understood. I believe I'm qualified to help with the Orbal network related one. Oh, I'm sure you're more than qualified. Looking forward to seeing you kick ass on the keyboard.
Both of these requests certainly sound intriguing. Hopefully you don't need to turn into the Grendel for them, though.
One can only hope.
Like, just look at the speed of the cars. That turbo is like... Anyway. You out there, Oslo? Hey there. Are you the one who put that request up? Oh, yes. Then you must be... Is it just my imagination, or are you surrounded by floating sweets of some kind? I believe your request was about some trouble you had on the Orbal Net. I'm hardly an expert, but I do have some knowledge of the subject. Would you mind explaining the situation? Yes, you guys are seeing the sweets around him, right? Well, anyway, in short, I fell for a scam on the Orbal Net. One of those net scams, Been a lot of that going around. Phishing is the technical term. Bad faith actors disguise themselves as legitimate sources to fool end users. With how quickly the Orbal Net is growing, these threats are one step ahead of common knowledge and security measures. So it falls to the user themselves to stay safe on the net. And many just don't have the awareness yet. It's still a very new thing. At any rate, I wanted to get some advice from someone more knowledgeable about these things. Will you accept my request? Of course. It's a grey one, apparently. Sure, we'll take it. Care to fill us in? Of course. Let's go somewhere we can talk. Are you guys really not seeing the sweets floating around him? Okay. Look at them just floating around. They're going through Anya's, and well, they're going through Rosette as well. Like, jeez. Like, whoom. Anyway, may I ask, have you brought this matter to the police? They may be able to retrieve your stolen assets. Oh no, it's just well, you got your reasons, sound like. No worries. Yes, I asked for your utmost secrecy regarding what I'm about to tell you. Don't you worry, we'll take our clients' privacy very seriously here at Arkwright Solutions. Well, you see, now, oh, this is just so pathetic, I can't even spit it out. Man, stop beating around the bush, I won't know how to help you if I don't know what the problem is. Come on. Screw it, so I used my work terminal to look up swimsuit models. Yeah. Like the hot ones. Oh god, it's almighty, just kill me. That it? I think I understand where this is going, but please, there's no need to shout. I'm so sorry. I think I get where this is going, though. Carry on. So a few days later, I got this message from the website. They said they had my browsing history, and that I had to pay to keep it private. I didn't see anything on the site implying I needed to pay, so I just sent the mirror immediately. Couldn't bear to risk having my reputation tarnished. Thought that would be the end of it, but then another few days passed and they messaged me again. Said they wanted even more mirror this time, or they'd leak my browsing history and all my private information too. I see. That's awful. As a consultant, my reputation is paramount. I need to maintain a clean and professional image. I can't have my browsing history floating around on the net, much less my private info. I'd be done for. And that's why you couldn't bring this to the police or the guild. Yes, my entire career in jeopardy because of one stupid mistake. I'm pathetic. That's the thing with those scams. You gotta just ignore them. How? So it's like one or two people doing these usually, and these guys know they're full of shit, but they figure some of their victims don't. They just blast these requests out to anybody they can find, hoping that somebody falls for it. And unfortunately, they found you. Once they get a bite, they zero in hard on anybody who replies and ignore anyone else. That's how these things work. Oh, then I could just ignore it going forward? Nah, it ain't that easy now that you took the bait. You already gave them some mirror already, and that let them know you fell for it. They know you're willing to pay to keep that info secret, that you care about your rep. You're exactly the kind of guy they want. Now that they know that, they want to milk you for all you're worth. And they're gonna hound you. You cut them off and they might actually leak your shit. Oh no. You're surprisingly knowledgeable about these kinds of scams. Yeah, I dealt with a case like this before. Right. Oh dear. Anyway, those are my 2 miller. You can keep giving them money or you can ignore them. It's your call. I can't do that, obviously. I suppose I'll have to just give in to their demands. And they're not just gonna stop. You gonna keep sending them more and more money? Ideally, we would just apprehend the criminals here. Can we really do that? I mean, can you really track down a criminal hiding on the Orbal network? Well, it would depend on how well they hid their identity, but it probably wouldn't be impossible. Really? Then please get them for me. Are you okay with that, Fen? Go nuts, you're the expert here. If we can track them down, then let's go for it. Lloyd. Alright, may I borrow the terminal they contacted you on? Here it is. I use this terminal for work. Damn, pretty cushy job if they're handing out gadgets like this, but, yeah, that was a bit easy. Is something the matter? Think about what you just did for a second. Your mobile terminal is like a collection of all your personal data, and you just handed it to me, a stranger, without a moment's hesitation. You're very lax with your data, and that can get you in trouble, especially since this doubles as your work terminal. Well, that's a good point. Now, obviously, I have no intention of stealing your data, but it helps to be more cautious on the net. It's best to store your personal info separately from your work terminal, along with anything else you don't want other people to see. That does make sense. If I may go ahead and do that real quick. I have this note terminal that I also use for work. That should do. There, that should be good. I'll leave the rest to you. Okay, you've still got your history on here, good. Now if I just do a reverse search on the sender of this message, have you found anything? Yep, I can see it all. Let's hear it. It looks like the criminal was using a mobile terminal themselves to contact you. I doubt it's a brand machine. It's most likely a cheap knockoff. These operations don't tend to be very sophisticated. And sure enough, they made absolutely no attempt to mask their identity. I can trace them right now. Are you able to find out where they are? I believe so. Might help if I explain how these network signals work. Mobile terminals transmit their own broadcast signals, but being so small, they are limited in their scope and strength. As a result, they have to pass through a server, which amplifies and distributes their information across longer distances. If 2 terminals are close enough, however, it's more efficient to communicate directly with each other than to use the server as a middleman. I see. So the terminals switch signals based on distance? Yes. There are 2 different signal terminals we'll use. And they switch between the 2 on the fly, for convenience. And because I can see this transmission came from a server, I know that the scammer was some distance away. This server gives us a general idea of where the scammer was at the time, but of course, there's no guarantee they're still there. That's where we are at this point. So we have a range, but no specifics. Not enough to sniff the guy out. You sound like you've got something else up your sleeve. I might. Just going off of his history, that's as close as I can get, but of course, we can always just contact the scammer again. And then you can do a pinpoint trace. And if we can get a direct link to the scammer's terminal, we'll know we're close by. So we call them back and figure out where their signal is coming from? Yes. Just they would need to be in direct signal range in order for us to pinpoint them. I can see that the previous message came from the Riverside server. Let's head there first. The subway station should do as a starting point. Alright gang, let's go hunt down a fraudster. I'll keep you posted on what we find, okay? We'll use that note terminal you got there. Once we find the guy, hiccups, you're gonna want to haul ass over there. Of course, thank you so much.
You have my support, Mr. Arkwright.
Indubitably. Yeah, we'll talk to you now thinking about it, because you may move after the quest. This old fogey just isn't with the times, I'm afraid. I should read up on the Orbal Network to avoid making that mistake again. At any rate, fingers crossed for good news.
Very well.
Very well, yeah. Right, Riverside Subway. Ready then? Yes, ready whenever you are. Alright, send in now. All we have to do now is wait. Actually, what did you write in the message? You made a point of being real vague with them. But I basically said that I didn't have all the money and if they'd settle for a bit less. So you made it look like you're at least willing to pay. That would compel them to reply at least. Well, it wouldn't be good for our plan if they didn't. Nothing to worry about, it looks like. I've got a response on my end too. Looking at the Orbal wave pattern, it's definitely a direct connection. Let me read. The reply is no, won't budge on the price, not even a single mirror. Quite avaricious they are. Okay, analysis complete. Did you locate the transmitter? I've got an address. It's west-northwest from our current location. No exact distance though. No, but we got a line. And a whole lot of places along that line where the source is. We get to trace another line, but from a different location. Then the lines will intersect, pinpointing the exact location of our criminal. Exactly. We should try to aim for as a perpendicular point as we possibly can. Yeah. Let's send our next transmission from across the river. Alright. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, this looks good. I'll shoot him another message then. Wrote, I got all the money ready. Where should I send it to this time? And sent. Well, aren't you quick? They replied quite quickly both times. They must be quite eager to get the money. Analysis complete. I pinpointed their location. It's southwest from here, under the bridge across the river. Alright then. Come on, y'all. Let's close the book on this one. Oh, I see him down there. Yes, yes. There he is. So, is that our criminal? Most likely, yes. Only one way to find out. Just a little more. Oh, did they do it? Let's see. I changed my mind. I reported this to the police. They're onto you, and should be beating down your door at any second. What? No, calm down. There's no way they can find me. It's not like they're behind me. Gonna book it though. Just to be safe. Nope, sorry. Might have worked if we didn't know exactly where you were already. You could thank my assistant here for that. Pretty talented, eh? Your security can't measure up to the one at the Institute of Science, and not even close. Wait, who are you? Don't tell me he really did sick the cops on me. We're not police, nor are we bracers. Van here is a Spriggan. If you would, please surrender. Pretty please. After realizing there was no way to escape, the criminal gave up on resisting. Stop resisting! After Oslo arrived, the group began questioning the criminal. You ain't even the big boss there, but some part-timer. That's right. After I sent the boss the full amount, all I got was a tiny paycheck. Even that already ran out. I promised this was my first time doing this. Yeah, likely story. Just because the crime was only committed one time doesn't mean that you're not to blame. Ladies, right, kid? That's just a lame excuse. Plus, why should we believe you? At all? You know, I'm sorry. How much do you know about the organization? The organization you were working for? Nothing, I promise. I just got orders on my phone. So he was just a disposable pawn in this game. Well, our guy here was clearly the one blackmailing you, but he was just the lowest rung on the ladder. Sorry to say, but it doesn't look like you'll be getting your money back. It's alright, I'd already given up on that. My biggest concern is what comes after. Yeah, that's the ticket. We caught the blackmailer himself, but the blackmail material is probably still in the hands of whoever hired this kid. We didn't get to the root of the problem, so we can't guarantee they ain't gonna keep coming back for you. But this mook sure ain't gonna get us the big boss either. Not sure there's much more we can do at this point. Oh no, what should I do then? Well... Ooh... Make it so it never happened? I'm curious what that means. Huh? Can always pretend none of it ever happened. How could we do that? You never looked at any weird sites and never had any problem. We can make that the case. Can you really do that? Well, it's up to my assistant here. How about it? Think you can manage? I'm not too happy about it, but if the only people this will affect are criminals, then I suppose I can let it slide. I'll need Rosette's assistant, of course, but it should be doable. Knew I could count on you. Please, that would be great. Very well then, and shall we? Of course. Thank you for the help. What are you doing? By making use of Marduk's servers, Katra and Rosette together erased Oslo's former account. Oh. After thoroughly erasing all traces of it, the two of them then issued Oslo a new account using a backup to preserve the account data. And that should solve matters. We can't just erase the data the criminals have on your actions, of course. But by doing this, they shouldn't be able to link it back to you anymore. Fortunately, the only person you made explicit contact with was this blackmailer. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, better be grateful. They did a superb job here. Now, as for you... Seems like this really is your first time, so we're gonna sweep your little fun bit of blackmail under the rug. Assuming you quit your job, that is. Let me say, kid... You better jump ship now if you're not willing to commit to the criminal lifestyle. If you keep laying with criminals, you'll eventually reach a point where there's no going back. Either pull out now or you'll get pulled right in. You looking to lose yourself forever in the pitch black depths of the underworld? I'll quit. I don't want any more part in this. You sure you're not just saying that to get out of this bind? I really mean it. I don't know about the people above me at all. I got recommended in by some guy. Kind of a recruiter of sorts. Name's Clement. Alright. But that's all I know. Please believe me. Fine, but I ain't forgetting you. If I catch you back on your old haunts, you'll get what's coming to you. Got it? Got it. Clement. I should keep that name in mind. Yes. Well, that solves this case. Wasn't exactly the most satisfying solution, I'll say. You get that a lot when you're working as a Spriggan. This country's darkness is deep-rooted. It's too deep for anyone. Ain't no way one person or group can just clear it all away. Not the bracers, and hell, not even the government. A Spriggan's job is to take care of those that fall through the cracks. We ain't after fairy tale endings, can't afford to chase those. Just gotta go for the best ones we can get without compromising our values. Okay, I think I understand it, at least a little. It's dawned on me what the purpose of a Spriggan's job is, and why you do it, Fan. Katra. That's good. If you figured that much at least, I'd call your training a success. Oh, well, at the end of the day, I need to eat, and that's the real reason I'm working at all. But sweets on the brain, I feel like they're flying around me constantly. And you had to dash the nice conclusion with that sprinkle of cynicism right at the end. Still, I suppose that's the most Spriggan-like way to tie a ribbon on it. Goodness.
That's one job behind us.
Indeed.
Reward deposited.
Not bad in terms of mirror. Gray. One additional free time point was added for completing all of the 4 SPGs. Right, so we shall see about ending this part here then. And don't worry, that was just a test for that quest, so we'll see about getting rid of the sweet rondos. Oh dear, maybe put the sunglasses on though. Yeah, I like the sunglasses. We'll have them on for a little while, because that's more normal rather than the floating sweets, you know. But yes, we shall see about ending this part here, and in the next part, we'll see about going over to the Seyden district again, getting the rounds done there, and then maybe heading on to the Tyrell district and getting the rounds done there. But at the same time, we should also see about getting one of these done, and I'm thinking Dingo. Even though we've maxed out Dingo, I feel like there's something going on with him at the moment. We need to know what's going on with his investigation, don't we? We need to see. He's got something going on, and I'm very interested in that.
Yummy.
You know what I'll do in this kind of scenario? I'm gonna make a save and do both, because I still want to get like the stat boost.
Oh, good stuff right here.
And I can't get
Very
Dingo's
bad.
stat boost. But I do want to see what's going on with him. So in this kind of scenario, I'm going to reload a save and do that. Other times, it's just a case of we'll let it lie and see what happens as a result. But in this case, it's like, I'm curious about Dingo, but I don't want to miss out on the stat boost considering we've maxed out Dingo already. So we should go for the others as well. So yeah, we'll see about getting that sorted. And we shall see you in the next part. See you then.